to a very special edition of The Fix. Tonight was Star Trek night, and I got the opportunity to go see the first showing in my area. And boy, was I excited. Now, before I get into what I thought of the film, let me give you a little example about how this film was received by the rest of the audience. After I walked into the theater, I ran into a Vulcan. Well, a guy dressed like a Vulcan, and more specifically, dressed like Spock. He had the pointy ears, the bowl haircut, the blue Starfleet shirt, and some carefully shaped eyebrows. This guy was definitely a Trekker. Somebody near him was talking about how impressive the film was, and he stopped him and said, "This is now my favorite Star Trek movie." How good is this film that a fan die-hard enough to come to the theater in full dress has put it above every other Star Trek film ever made? Pretty impressive. And I loved it too. It was amazing. I called my sister, I called my mom, I called my husband to tell them how great this movie was. I couldn't wait to share how excited I was about this reinvigorated franchise. So, here's my quick review, which you can also find online at theheraldbulletin.com. I'll give you a quick synopsis of the plot. I don't want to give away any spoilers, though, because I want moviegoers to go into the film untainted. So here's basically what happens. We go back, way back, to before Kirk and Spock were boldly going where no man had gone before on the deck of the Enterprise. We find out how each of these characters gets to Starfleet, and they're on very different paths. Or are they? Along the way, we meet several familiar faces. Bones, Sulu, Chekhov, Scotty, and Uhura. And we face a big baddie who's about to destroy everything our crew knows and loves. And it works. Great Trouble with Tribbles, this film works. And there's two reasons. The first of which is J.J. Abrams. He was a very brave man to take such a difficult ship to helm. And he hit warp speed like a pro. I mean, this film is slick, it's glossy, it's action-packed, it's humorous, and it's got a heart. It's very hard to do these days, especially when you have all the CGI at your disposal. A lot of directors, like Stephen Sommers, like to overuse CGI in place of the story. But Abrams avoids this and makes a pitch-perfect film. The second reason this movie works is the cast. There were some really big shoes to fill, and the cast successfully does it. Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto have the same chemistry that William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy shared in the original series. Zoe Saldana is a spitfire Uhura that I think a lot of females will identify with. And the rest of the cast in Carl Urban, who is channeling DeForest Kelley, Simon Pegg, John Cho, and, excuse me while I check how to pronounce his name, Anton Yelchin, fill the roles of their elder characters perfectly. Now, there is no weak link in this crew. I know a lot of people have gotten on Zachary Quinto for his portrayal of Spock, saying he's too soft. Well, this is a different Spock. Remember, this is not your dad's Star Trek. This is our Star Trek. This is a Star Trek for the next generation. And I hope we all embrace it. And I hope there are many more films to come. So, with that, I say live long and prosper. Remember, you can check out my full review at theheraldbulletin.com. And you can follow my tweets from when I was standing in line at twitter.com/thbfix. I'm Heather Bremer for the Herald Bulletin, and now you've got your fix.